You are now tuned in to the Windy City Benders podcast. This is WCVP.
All right, so it's been a little bit, but we're back for episode 122 of the Windy City Bender podcast. It's Jarom, it's Tanner. Tanner, what's good, bud?
It's going. It's good. It's all right. We're doing just fine right now.
It's Super Bowl Sunday. It's cold as shit outside.
Yeah, man. Negative one.
You got the final round of the PGA Tour Waste Management Phoenix Open, which is a great golf right now. You got Philly versus Washington, and Ovi is just a scoring machine.
Yeah, true.
Picking right where he left off when he got set down for COVID protocol.
The Russians can't stop partying,
yeah. But with all that being said, we finally have some really good, but good stuff to talk about with the Blackhawks.
Consistent.
You
know, it's not like one game they play really well, one game they play really bad. It's consistency. And the consistency is also not 5 goals against every time.
So when we were recording last time, there was in the middle of the Detroit game, and they were just shit kicking Detroit. But we're like, you know what? They could possibly blow this still. So we had the 2 backup titles for the episode. They ended up holding on to that game 6-4.
Oh, yeah.
That previous
6-4, 6-2.
Yeah, 6-4.
6-2.
Was it?
Yep, 6-2.
Oh, I left the wrong one. 6-2. Yeah.
It's like that didn't sound right.
6-2. I thought it was weird that they had back bookend 6-4, 6-4. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Hold on to that. Pius Suter, 3 goals, hat trick.
That's right. Puce
looking great.
I love him.
Looking like a young Kubalik coming in.
A young Kubalik. He's like a year younger. They were coming to the league at the same age.
So yeah, we're not gonna go through each of these games because there was a lot of games. Quickly though, since we last recorded, they have a record of 3-1-3.
Oh yeah.
After the Detroit game, they went to Nashville for 2 games where they had an OT loss and a shootout loss. Then they had a little quick series with Columbus, which we were a little nervous Patrick Laine was going to show up for that series, but
yeah,
we dodged that bullet.
Luckily.
Well,
we didn't end up winning both.
But 2 out of 1. 2 out of 1's good. They dropped the first one 2-1. Then they came back 3-1. That was a Sunday game too, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Suter scored again. So Suter has 4 goals this season, all on Sundays.
It's his day. And guess what? They're playing today, Sunday, against Dallas.
So he's putting up 5.
I'm hoping. Well, you think within 4 weeks he'll go hit for the cycle? He got 3 2 weeks ago. You got 1 last week. He'll go for 2 or 4 today, and then
next Sunday
finish it up with whatever's left.
That'd be great. So strong effort there. Then we face Carolina, which was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
This was at the UC, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Carolina's a good team. Hawks came back in that one though. If you want to go over this one a little bit.
Yeah, we'll go for this one. This is a little bit more recent. Yeah, Carolina was that team that I picked as the dark horse to possibly win this division. I thought they were going to finish top 2, maybe top 3 for sure, but I wouldn't have been shocked if they came out and won the division.
So, yeah, they hadn't lost a game, and they in the first one against the Hawks, they beat them then too. Even though it ended up going to a shootout, Hawks have been doing pretty good at fucking pushing games to the last minute at this point, especially if they're down. I'm just really happy they're not losing it in the last 5 minutes,
Right.
which is something I think we saw a lot like a couple years ago when like Crawford was hurt and then our goalies couldn't hold a lead and we'd always lose it in the third period.
Even the first couple games this year, we saw that they would only play 40 minutes. Like they would have 2 good periods, and then either it was just one. I don't even know if it was a full period that they like. Because I know the Tampa series, the second game of the Tampa series, and both the Florida games, they just had like 10 bad minutes.
Yeah.
And so they kind of have figured that out to avoid that. The first game against Carolina, they let up two goals pretty quickly in the first period, but then the Hawks, strapped up, came back. They got goals from Kurashev for his 4th. That at that point was tied with Suter for the rookie lead. And then there was also a power play goal.
Yeah, power play clicking.
Still fucking unbelievably hot. Then Kaner comes up, ties it up right before the end of the period.
When Kurashev scored, he tied Kaner for the team lead.
No, it was rookie lead. I was talking about rookie lead. I know.
Team lead though too.
Rookie lead. So he got to Kaner, and then Kaner's like, no rookie's gonna be taking this. Goes and he puts one in with.
This isn't DeBrincat's rookie year.
Yeah, it was like 12 seconds left in the first, and Kaner ties it up. And it was like right there. It was kind of saw a little bit of like, oh wow, this team does have fight. This team isn't just gonna roll over and just take the loss. Everybody expects them to lose, but they're not just gonna make it easy.
Right. I'm really glad that, especially if you watched like the first few games, like we were saying, like then you go to what it is today. They're not getting down on themselves too much. Like it seems like when they get a goal scored against them and they're fighting back, it sucks that they're like typically fighting back to get back into games, but the fight is more evident,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have them fight back at this point too. Cause I feel like it's a good teaching thing for them. It shows that they need to, because all the young guys, they need to battle. They have to, they have to fight for it, they have to earn it. And if these young guys, I don't know, I'm not saying that they would have that mindset, but you never know, like to get this early lead kind of thing. They just like, all right, well, we can sit back on it. I rather them, have to fight back and, build that up first.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, coming out with a lead would be great.
But no goals in the second period. Then Trocheck scores to take the lead. Then Dylan Strome ties it up with assists from DeBrincat and Kubalik. And it is so good seeing DeBrincat like consistently on the score sheet again. It's
absolutely
great seeing Kubalik, still putting it up. He's not scoring as much this year. Last time I checked, as of now, he's got 3 goals, 8 assists for 11 points, but goals are
coming from everywhere though. That's a good thing.
Yeah, because you look at that, like I'm looking at like the goals in there and the goals there. Kurashev had 4, Keener had 5, Strome, that was his 4th goal. It's like everybody, it's not one person scoring. That's what's key.
You love to see it.
Just love to see it.
Plus Kubalik's got like 5 or something, 6 assists. Like he's getting more assists this year too.
Yeah, he's got 8 assists right now.
8?
Yeah.
God, it's so good. It's hard to keep track of all these stats now. Everybody's scoring.
I want to say too with him, aren't most of his goals, all 3 of them power play goals?
That sounds about right. Because I know the first 2 he got were on the power play, and then he scored a power play goal last game.
Last 5.
Just those power plays, man. It's like since I'm like typically listening to the games while I'm at work, as soon as I hear they're going on a power play, I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. You get to listen to like, oh, hey, they're setting up in the zone. I was like, oh, fucking game over. Let's go. This is going in.
He's the reverse Ovi. Like he just sets up on the opposite side of the ice.
Yeah.
And just is ready to go. It is like
the mirror image.
Yeah, it is so good. Yeah. 3 goals, 3 power play goals. Kubalik is too good. They fall in the shootout on that one, but only Shevstikov scored
I don't think the Hawks have actually scored in the shootout yet this year, too. They only have like the 2 shootouts, and I don't remember them scoring in Nashville.
Let's see.
And then I'm positive they didn't score against Carolina in the shootout.
Well, Poets brought this up in our group chat, and I'm kind of curious. Are teams picking up on Kaner with that move, or is he just like getting his? Is he just not doing great on shootouts? Is he like what's he got to do? Because I can't tell you the last time he scored a shootout goal.
I don't know the stats off the top of my head, but I'm sure he might want to just like switch it up. Because I feel like I thought it was just like something he did every year was like he would switch it up, but he's been doing the pull up and stick handle as much as possible. I wonder what would happen if you'd freak goalies out if they're expecting him to pull up and stop at the hash marks now, and then he just goes fucking full speed right at him, and then they just get caught off guard. I think that'd be a nice little move.
And you're right. No Blackhawk has scored yet in the shootout.
Yeah. Hate to see it, especially if you make it all the way there. But yeah.
So they fell in that one. Then they had a quick bounce back game on Thursday, which talk about starting hot and talking about the power play staying hot.
Kind of, almost.
Yeah. Sebastian scores the first goal, a minute 15 in, and you're just like, oh shit, here we go again. Well, then the power play comes into play for the Blackhawks.
Yeah. 3 for 3.
3 for 3 in the first period. Janmark with a goal, Kubalik with a goal, Shaw with a goal.
I think my favorite part about the Kubalik goal was the Bodan just whiff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, if you could purposely do that, because he got an assist on it, just purposely whiff and then gets sent over to Kubalik, who just also claps it in. That's just amazing. Gotta love it. They were clicking just so goddamn well on first period.
Yeah, the first period, and it was just like, oh wow. Usually it's so nice. It's so weird being like seeing the power play going up and being like, oh fuck yeah, let's go. Versus the last 4 years, it's been like, oh.
Honestly, the last time I remember the power play being so good was 2010.
Yeah, it makes no sense. We talked about this last episode. It's what has been the difference?
I don't know.
This team has all this star power and we can't do shit. And now we're basically rookies and cast off players. And now it's
Kaner.
Kaner. And okay, yeah, we'll go out there score.
No problem. I think it's just everybody's more about moving the puck around, finding the open shot rather than like what it had been before. It seemed like a lot of Kaner hold it and Kaner find the perfect pass and hopefully we score.
These guys know their role.
Yeah. Plus, whatever the power play was the last couple of years too, they always had the wingers and defensemen on their correct wing and not on their one-time side.
Yeah, they got open.
Which was the weirdest fucking thing to me. It's you don't have a left-handed guy on the left side because if he needs to take a quick shot, it's going to be much more difficult than having a right-handed player on the left side. I was just like, what the fuck kind of power play is this? And you could see the shit was terrible. Their power play now is insane. They're third in the league in power play percentage. They're 14 for 37.
Jesus.
That's fucking crazy. The Stars also have 14 goals, but they only have 35 power plays. And then the Leafs have 15 on 39. Other than that, they're killing it.
So you got two teams that should be killing it, and then the Hawks who are just surprising the shit out of everybody.
Yeah. See what happens when you set your expectations low, man? It's so much more of an exciting season.
Set it low, but now it's oh God, well, they can possibly do it. And it's the bar is trying to you got to keep smacking the bar down. No, stay. No.
Hey, I'm happy where you're at right now. Let's not bring it up. Fucking, I think the worst part about that game, though, is clearly the first minute of the second period. It's Rod Brind'Amour is taking them in the locker room, just what the fuck is going on? Like, stay the fuck out of the box. Like, you dumb motherfuckers. Like, have you seen this? Like,
I missed the start of that second period, and I came back with maybe a minute 30 into it, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
2 goals, 8 seconds apart.
Ugh.
And a team like Carolina, like you said, like they look like a team that can be pushing for like winning the division. They're up there with
Stacked
Tampa and Dallas, and
the only thing
you come out flat, and you thinking you have this game in your pocket so far, and they're like, no, fucking tie it up real quick. But Svechnikov, man, he's just so fucking good.
He's so good.
He's, oh my god,
Mr. Svechnikov.
Mr. Svechnikov.
Oh god, if you don't know what that is, you've got to look that up. It is the greatest pregame ritual, I think, going on the NHL right now.
It absolutely is. Jason Martinook.
Oh, so funny. The best one too is the video where they show it, and the Rangers are in the other are within earshot of them, and he screams it, and then the Rangers are like, "What the hell?" Like looking around, like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah. They just get to the little of what the did you guys hear that? What kind of shit?
But then the third period, they let up those 2 goals, nothing against or else for that second period. Third period comes in, 2 minutes, 41 seconds into it. Keener puts the team on his back, takes the lead again.
With a one-handed shove.
Yeah, freaking bruiser.
What was it? Slavin fucking knocks Reimer into the net and just goes across. It's like, all right, cool.
Keener putting that new dad strength to the test. Just
true. Been waiting to see it.
Oh man! And then DeBrincat, the Carolina scores 1 more, and then DeBrincat puts 2 away.
Yeah, he got they were just kind of throwing the puck at the net, and all the Carolina guys are standing around, and it trickles out to the side, and DeBrincat just like skates on by and just taps it in, and he just goes right to the corner. He's like, "That's for me. That's one right there, boys. There we go."
And that was his first game back too from COVID protocol, wasn't it? Or is this second?
I believe that was his first, or was he back during the first Carolina game?
No, it was the first. This was the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, because his Bowden was back too, so that was his first game. So
for sure.
So no rust from DeBrincat coming out of protocol, which was a nice surprise.
I don't know what he need rust for. He was already resting. He was on protocol.
That's fair.
Yeah, you think about it. I'm assuming since he was only out a week, I'm sure he didn't have it. It was just precautionary.
Yeah, it's just weird too. Does that mean so does Boquist have it?
No. He was back game 1 against Carolina. He had 2 assists.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
Come on, bud.
So 4 points in 2 games for him.
Did he not have any assists in game 2?
Did I just left that in?
I don't. You're fucking throwing me for a loop right now.
Keep you on your toes, man.
It's like flipping back and forth. Like I thought I had the stats right, but yeah, no, I think you're right. I think he just had the 2 goals.
Just the 2 goals, not a big deal.
Yeah. Empty netters doesn't matter. But you love to see it. DeBrincat's getting back on the score sheet. He's on pace for 75,000 goals in his career.
And we're all cheering for Ovi to get what Gretzky. We should really be cheering to DeBrincat to destroy all of them.
Yeah, just watching these guys play, and from the difference from last year to this year is clearly you had the slump of DeBrincat and the slump of Strome. This year, I don't think anybody's slumping. I think everybody's doing really well. The rookies are looking way better than I think we thought that they would be. Yeah. The power play's been looking way better. If we want to talk about it, Lankinen has just been unreal. This is what we were hoping for. We're there's 3 goalies and hopefully one of them gets the chance to just take the reins and run with it. And it was like, okay, Subban playing game 1, and it's like, okay, not so hot. Delia playing game 2, not so hot. Let's give him another shot. Didn't look that great. Lankinen comes in, okay, looks decent. And then Lankinen plays again, and you're like, okay, shit's looking good. And then lately, it's like, oh fuck, yeah, man, Lankinen's killing it, and looking real good while he's doing it.
So this season right now, he's got a 4-1-3 record with a 2.32 goals against average and a 93% save percentage.
Yeah. And if you look at just him versus the rest of the goalies in the league, just basically he's number 10 in minutes played. And out of those top 10 goalies in minutes played, he's number 3 in save percentage, with only Grubauer and Vasilevsky ahead of him, which is pretty great. If literally a fucking Vezina winner is one of only 2 above you, it's looking good for the kid, and I'm really glad we have him signed at like a basically minor league deal for another year at least.
I mean, he's definitely playing himself into Calder conversation, I think.
Oh, absolutely. He keeps this up. Are you kidding me? You're going to get him looking at Calder? We got literally Suter and Kurashev, who are tied for league lead in rookie goals. Suter's only got 2 points less than Kaprizov from Minnesota for rookie lead in points. This is the best part about it. Like this is exactly what they wanted. They wanted to get these young kids time and just give them the ability to develop and find their game. And it's like, it's been working out so well. So it's kind of like when everybody wants to shit on Stan Bowman, hey man, good gamble, let's go. Like, it looks good. And Colliton's doing great with coaching the kids.
Yeah, so I actually had that. That's one of the point I wanted to bring up too. Kaner actually came out and spoke like a little bit of support of Coach Colliton too. I'll read the quick statement here. Yeah, Jeremy and the coaching staff are really harping on building a culture here where we're skating hard, we're winning battles. No matter who's in the lineup, anyone can do it and be effective at it. The culture is being built. It's nice to see. It's nice to see that we're hanging in games, especially with a team with a lot of injuries. And he also goes on to say, Jeremy does a really good job calming us down. It could have easily went the other way. He told us that we played the last 10 minutes of the period, and all of a sudden you don't feel as bad as maybe you did. And that was after the 6-4 win. Yeah. And to DeBrincat, we've done a good job battling each night, giving ourselves a chance to win. We took those first few games, threw them out. We knew we had better than that. I don't think we're a team that's going to beat the other teams by skill, but we've been playing the right way, working hard, buying to the system, and it's been working out well. And that's kind of like being echoed among the team that, Colliton's laying out this culture. He's laying out what this team is going to be and how they need to perform. And it's great to see DeBrincat and Kaner, it's pretty much confirming that everybody's buying into it. They're believing in what's being put out there. And I think that's really what we've been trying to say, because I think it's no surprise. Like, yeah, we question a lot of stuff Colliton does, but I think overall us on this show have been a pro Colliton guy. He's the right coach for the situation.
Yeah.
And I think that situation is being played out right now.
I think especially with what's going on this year, it's actually more helpful towards him coaching, because you're not having all these veterans that are used to having Q and winning the cups and everything. You have these young guys that are trying to prove themselves. And so like, they don't have like just this coming off of like a legendary coach, like this is their coach. This is the only guy that they know in the show right now. And it's like, he's the one that can make or break you. Like, the veterans have been made, like they're good. So like for them, I guess it might've been just a little bit of a change from what they're used to and maybe a little bit of resistance, but like with such a young team, this is why if everybody's buying in, it's a lot easier for everybody to buy in when everybody's like pretty goddamn new,
That's what I was going to say too. Like, this is the first time since Colliton's taken over that this feels like it's his team. It's the team that it's built around him. Like, it's got his fingerprints on it. I want to say Kane, Shaw, and Keith are the only 3 guys in the current lineup that have more games played with Q than they do with Colliton.
That makes
Sounds
sense.
about right.
Yeah, I could see that.
Maybe I don't know. DeBrincat.
No.
No. So yeah, I think those three are only. So it's like you have majority of the locker room not still like you said, not in that mindset of Coach Q. The three guys have to make an adjustment to versus
The only other one I could possibly think of is like Murphy, maybe.
maybe yeah, but so three or four guys and also it's like there's like talks too that I was reading some things too that it might be a benefit into like I don't know what wording for this, but it's almost good for the short season that Taves and Siebes aren't in the locker room because those two guys are such a presence and they're such a leadership thing that they kind of take over any
Like
like
overshadow.
overshadow like Collitons and all that kind of stuff. So by not having those two in the locker room right now, or especially because we know Taves isn't around the team, it's kind of giving Collitons that opportunity to be like, all right, well, we don't have our two big leaders.
Yeah, he's the leader.
Yeah, it's my time. I have to step up and lead this team and tell them what they need to be doing. And I think that he's doing a fantastic job. And I am very happy with what I'm seeing with this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting that the team is doing as well as they are. And then you think about it, it's like, and we're still missing Doc and Taze.
Yeah, you have two key pieces that are still missing from this team. And we're fighting. Like they're fighting. They are staying in there.
I'm curious to know like how Nylander would have played this year had he not been injured, with everybody with everybody buying in. If like he would have been on the same boat as everybody, if we would have seen like a lot more progression from him.
Yeah,
that would have been interesting. But that's the other thing though too, because that eliminates a roster spot from somebody that's been working their ass off this season.
I still, I don't buy into the Nylander at all. Like,
hey man, I'm just trying not to sell too low right now on him.
no, I know, but it's really hard. Like the things to like, I read like I follow like a bunch of like Hawks forums and like Facebook pages and hearing people talk. Just curious to see what the common fan, kind of like opinion of the team.
Yeah.
And everybody like either if someone says one bad thing about Nylander, they jump down their throat and they're like, "Oh, you're ready to give up on this kid, And it's like, well, he's not really a kid. Like, yeah, he's young,
Right.
but he's got experience. He's got a track history that he's on multiple teams that have been showing like a discipline issue and like not wanting it. It's kind of like
I don't know if it's discipline. It's just drive,
Yeah, it feels like to me like that kid thinks that he should be getting away because of it, like given opportunities and playing because of his name. His dad.
He's played 84 games in the NHL. He's got 32 points.
Yeah,
He's only 22. I think the issue that a lot of people have probably is because he was drafted like 8th overall, is that they're expecting so much out of him at such a young age, just because that's what's been going on with the drafts lately. Yeah. Is like all these young kids have been coming in and making such an impact like right away. And then you go and look at his brother who came into the Leafs the same year as Marner and Matthews, and they immediately tore it up. And I think that's probably just one of the issues as well, is just like you said, even just the name is like you're expecting Alex to be like William.
Right.
And then the fact that he's not, we're just like, is there an issue? Like maybe he has an attitude problem or anything like that. When in reality, like, do we really know if he has an attitude problem? Is it just like an assumption?
Yeah, it's a kind of a big red flag though when you're an 8th overall pick and you can't crack the Buffalo Sabres lineup.
Dude, I think the Buffalo Sabres lineup would not want to be the Buffalo Sabres lineup.
Yeah,
if they had the choice.
You're right, but I'm just saying that's that kind of thing too. And it's like you even hear stories about William Nylander kind of being the same way. And the only difference though is like he doesn't like he still puts up the numbers. Like there's talks about him having like that. I don't know if discipline's the right word. Maybe that was the wrong word to use, but like you said, maybe that drive or the attitude.
Yeah, just like the consistent want to fucking be there,
Yeah. So, but yeah, so yeah, to bring it bouncing back, I had that written down here.
Looking good, looking real good out there.
Points.
he's not snake bitten, which is great. Like those goals that he's put in like this time or like at least last year would have just been like off the post. And you're like, God damn.
Yeah,
That shit happened to like Sharp a lot too.
this sod too.
Yeah, it was just like ringing pipes all day.
Couldn't
The other thing I wanted to like, I first of all, I love looking at Cap Friendly. Always love it. So this, I mean, basically, we're gonna get like pretty much the same team next year, which is what I was talking about. Like, we don't even have Taves and Doc, but it's like they'll be back next year, and we're getting pretty much the same team. The people that just need deals that I think deserve them. Yanmark's been a great addition.
Yeah, he has been huge.
I love his play. It's been great. Camp, he's always a solid like defensive player. Pew Suter and Brandon Hagel, they're gonna need new deals, but Camp, Suter, and Hagel are all RFAs. Like, so they're not going anywhere. Also, Hagel's been surprising. Like, he works his ass off, and that's that shit I love. Zadorov, Lucas Carlson, they both need deals, both RFAs though. Literally, the Yanmark's a UFA. Soderberg, I mean,
He won't be.
He's not gonna have a spot when our other two centers come back. You know. What else? Zach Smith is off the books at that point. Also, Sod's $1 million that's retained is off the books. Fucking the Hawks are gonna have a bunch of money and basically return the same lineup plus Taves and Doc. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I didn't notice the Cap Friendly added the cap percentage.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
So I'm really excited, and I just hope they can keep it up this year and just continue it into next year, because that's how you get the team rolling back into the playoffs. Like, just keep building this confidence, and then, you know, a year or two down the line, we're buying at the free agency, we're buying at the trade deadline, we're making deep playoff runs again. It's Kane and Taves still leading the rush, but with a lot more assistance than the younger guys, and hopefully see full transition.
We'll have the load taken off of them a little bit. Like, yeah, Kane's still going to be Kane, but you're going to be able to not have to be like, all right, well, Kane and Taves get out there. You have to do the Draisaitl McDavid 5-minute shift out of,
my God,
Taves. Like, they'll be able to spread out, and that is when the team has been most effective. Like, you look at the 2010, 2013, 2015 teams, they had 4 lines. Like, they didn't have just, the one line, maybe 1.5, 2 lines of guys that can go out there and make a difference. They had a full team that no matter who was out there, they were a threat. And I think right now we're slowly seeing that. You're starting to see those guys establish themselves for the roles and all that kind of stuff. And it's exciting. And hopefully we get Doc. We'll get Doc back. Hopefully we'll get Taves back.
Yeah. Hopefully they fit in with this lineup, you know?
Yeah, real shame to have to move them.
We get a captain back and our future captain back. I honestly, that's what I see. I see Doc getting the C after Taves.
Oh, yeah.
You get that number 1 center. Yeah. It's a good look.
God, I wish he would have been able to play World Juniors.
Yeah, finish that off. Oh, my God. Very short-lived.
So, yeah, looking at this team, it's so funny. Like, I just think about it. It reminds me of Major League when, like, the Cleveland Indians start winning, and then the guys, like, the construction workers, like, these yards aren't fucking bad. Aren't that fucking bad? Like, and it's like low expectations going in, and it's like they're pulling off. They're technically tied with Carolina for that 4th playoff spot.
They handed Carolina their first loss, by the way, in that last game.
So they're right there.
Oh, sorry, it's their second loss. My bad. They were on I think a 5-game win streak, though.
Yeah, 5-game win streak. But it's exciting. This team,
you love to see it.
It's fun watching Blackhawks hockey.
Yeah, especially when you think that it's going to be way terrible, because you set that bar low and it makes it fun.
And the team too, man. The team's being fun. Like, a little story. that we were talking about in our group chat was Mitchell shows up to the locker room one day and he sees a signed puck from Andrew Shaw, and Andrew Shaw just looks at him and goes, "You might want to hold on to that. It's gonna be worth a lot of money someday." And like it's like little shit like that. It's like, first of all, great to have a locker room guy like that back with Shaw. Like right there,
Oh God, yeah.
break the tension a bit. And it's like you could tell that they're having fun. Like it's not a stressful environment. They're enjoying themselves a little bit.
And he goes out and scores that game and adds a little bit more value to that puck. Yeah.
I wonder if every time he scores or he gets a point, Mitch is like, "Hey, thanks, bud. Another $1."
Yeah, another $1 to the puck. There we go. God, if Mitchell scores and Shaw gets the puck, signs it for him, and just goes, "Here's your first goal, puck." Oh man, can't wait. Oh yeah. Other than that, fucking the rookie's looking great, man. Lot of points coming off of guys making about no money in the NHL.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the full team stats. Kanner's leading with 15. Then you got DeBrincat with 10, Janmark with 8, Strom and Suter 7, Khrushchev 6, Kubalik 11, Murphy 5. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys with 4 goals or more.
Yeah,
Like
12 games in.
Yeah.
I mean, and you kind of take away the first few games of just like shaking off the dust, no preseason, like figuring the lines out, and they've really been just clicking like crazy the last 8 or so.
It makes me really excited for next season even more. Like, because you have to think by next season we'll have a regular full season again.
Yeah, hopefully.
And
get some fans back in the stands. Let's go.
What if they're doing this with a 2-3 week training camp, no preseason games? If they can go into a full training camp, some preseason games, get some chemistry, get the full strength healthy back. It's just exciting what this team can do. Like, I cannot fucking wait.
Yeah.
You have a clear-cut number 1 goalie.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
I'm ready.
It's a small sample size right now. I don't want him to turn out to be like a Bennington or a Matt Murray.
I don't know.
But he's playing. The only difference between, I would say, the difference between Lankinen in like his small sample size and like a Bennington and Matt Murray is like a Bennington and a Matt Murray both had Stanley Cup caliber defense like in front of them to win cups, and they also had like crazy good teams. Lankinen's doing it with a very young team, still facing tons of shots.
Yeah, he's doing it. I mean,
it looks fucking good, man. Like, he's making a lot of difficult saves, and
he's not dressing today.
Give him a little mental health day.
Yeah, which he could do it.
Getting shell shocked.
But
Subban's playing today. Is that right?
Subban's starting. Delia backing him up. Poor Delia. He went from like 2 years ago being like the guy that was going to take over for Crow to now he's only backing up when Lincoln's not in the lineup.
I mean, it happens when you give up 5 goals 2 games in a row. Yikes.
Yeah, not good.
But a lot to look forward to. A lot of season left. What we got? 44 games left?
12, yeah. So here, let me ask that. What kind of little transition NHL talk with that then? There's been a little bit of rumblings with all the postponements and all that kind of stuff that there's a chance this 56 game season might not fully happen. How do you feel about that? Do you think that they should try to push it, or do they shoot for maybe 40 games? Or
I think depending on how many makeup games they really have to do, maybe they scale it back a little bit. Because if we're pushing weeks of like makeup games, and then that's pushing like the playoffs back, and I don't know. I think you have to look at the placements of the teams and see if it's like reasonable or not too.
they just had like a schedule of like 8 different games or 8 teams worth of games like rescheduled yesterday.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're trying. I mean, they're doing their best. I mean, it was going to happen with not being in a bubble. Teams were going to have to face it. They're doing what they can. They took the glass off from behind the bench to help with airflow and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how much a difference that's truly going to make.
What if hear me out? What if like this crazy idea? Playoffs. Top 24 teams make it. Like we put the top 4 teams, they play each other in a little round robin, and then everybody else does a little play in.
And we all do it in 2 locations.
Yeah, in Canada.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. I don't know if that can happen.
I don't think I'd ever see that.
Oh no, that was fun. That was fun for 1 year. I'd never want to see it again though.
That's hilarious. I was trying to see like who would we play if we just took the top 24 teams. I don't even know who would match up with who. 12 and 13.
It's hard now because unless you just do the entire league.
I think we would match up with St. Louis. Yeah. If I'm doing entire league based off of current standings.
Yeah.
We match up with St. Louis in a best of 5 series. That'd be fun.
Washington?
Huh?
Wouldn't it be Washington?
12 versus 13, 11 versus 14, 10 versus 15. We're 16. St. Louis is 9.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Give me a little matchup with St. Louis. We'll go against playoff Bennington. You can keep his streak of losing games in the playoffs alive if he wants.
God, fuck Bennington.
Oh God, man, hockey's so neat. Is there any of the NHL news you want to talk about?
I feel like there's been so much to talk about, and I just don't really remember.
It's usually just see a lot of just like COVID protocol people going on, like players doing well, I guess.
How about how good and entertaining the North Division is?
Yeah, man, Canadians.
Like it's been fun to watch. Montreal has been like
it's a division of teams that all hate each other.
Yeah.
Which is like, crazy.
It's playoff atmosphere the entire season. And then you got Ottawa, like who everybody's got like their Ottawa bye.
Yeah. I mean, Ottawa's the team that's probably going to benefit the most from playing all the like good Canadian teams. Like they have a young squad. And they're going to learn real quick. It's too bad they have Matt Murray signed. Yeah. For as long as what is he, 6x4? Like 4 years, $6 million?
No, I think it was more than that.
Man, if only we had.
He is 4x6.
4 million by 6 years?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So I was right. 4 years by 6.25. That's what I said. I think I said it backwards, but I said 4 years, right, $6 million.
I'm like, no, you did. I'm like, I thought you said he was only making like 4 million for 6 years.
Have you ever? So, speaking of Matt Murray, there's like all these like advanced stats graphs that you can find online. Just if you look at like Reddit and shit like that. And there was one recently I saw. It was like goaltenders. I think it was expected saves against average or something like that. And it was Lankinen was fucking boom, number 1, in that top right quadrant, killing it in that best category. Bottom left quadrant, Matt Murray. Just the worst. It's just like, oof, let's keep it that way. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I do not want Lankinen to become a Matt Murray.
Yeah. Here, okay. Man. All right. kind of scrolling through Reddit here too a little bit. So totally prepared for this episode. With
Well, we were just jacked about Hawks, and
yeah.
then we were like, oh yeah, there is the rest of the league still that has like some things going on, I guess.
There has been some soft penalties called this year, and
Oh yeah.
And the last one that kind of really stood out to me was the New York Rangers. Capo Caco got called for embellishing when he got, I forgot who it was, but straight up stuck.
Shea. Oh no, not Brady Shea. Sorry. Oh fuck, who were they playing?
Was it Dylan?
Oh yeah, it was Brendan Dillon.
Yeah, straight up Washington. Leg out, and he gets called for an embellishment on that. And I'm like looking like, and I guess it's been happening a lot in the Canadian division a lot too. And there was another penalty last night. Muzzin got called for something, like it was like a tie up on the boards. He gets called, and even he was looking like, what just happened, kind of thing. And it kind of makes me wonder: are they being so soft because they're trying to get goals scored and power play scored to kind of help, sell the product a little bit for their TV deal?
I don't think they're thinking that hard about it.
I don't think so.
No. I think it was just a fuck up.
But it's not just that game though. I'm talking, it's like a lot of games have been some soft calls.
Maybe they're trying to keep it. They're just trying to keep the ice more open so that it's a lot more open airflow for COVID reasons. So they're trying to jam pack the boxes with players. I don't know. Speaking of the open ice, though, how about them taking the glass out from behind the benches, adding fans? Not like actual people, but like fans.
Yeah, I just kind of said that a little bit earlier. I don't know how much that's really going to do. Because it's like it's the whole thing with me with like the COVID protocol. Like, I get why they're doing what they're doing, but at the same time, you have the same group of people that are around each other the entire time, and like you're
right.
It doesn't make sense to me.
It's kind of like, oh, well, let's just not even wear masks at this point. Let's just all wear fans around our necks and just have it blow from our face out.
Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Like, did they ask the CDC about this? We're like, what if we like toss like fans behind, like remove the glass, and then what? They're like scientifically like, you know what? That calculations do come up correct. Yeah, that sounds good. What?
Oh, and what's even hilarious too, Ross, he was sending me screenshots because since he's a big Wolves guy, he bought AHL TV for the year, and he was watching the Wolves game on Friday, and he sent me screenshots. They're playing out of their practice rink in Hoffman Estates, and they don't even you have the camera goes through the mesh above the glass.
Oh my god!
So he's like, it's straight up looking like you're looking at like
a high school
school game. No other camera angles, nothing. It's just one camera going back and forth. It's so damn funny.
Is it from? I'm assuming it's from like mid ice, and not like a corner.
No. Yeah, mid ice.
Why do they even have netting up at mid ice? Okay.
Yeah.
Because immediately in my head, I'm like thinking he's in a corner if it's like the netting. Okay, never mind.
Oh, it's the entire ring.
Ooh,
but
you know what? If you have anything else on that, go for it. But otherwise, I just remembered something.
Oh,
the whole Rangers Tony DeAngelo thing going on.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine like how hard it is to like if you've ever been on a team, you're a team that's like so tight typically and like brothers, to have your whole team fucking just not want you there is like you got to do something fucked up.
I mean, the guy, I don't understand how that guy hasn't figured it out just to shut up and just play hockey. Like
if you have your opinions, cool, but like I don't understand just where you're going. And like if you're first of all like, blowing up on your goalie in an overtime loss when you're already a -4 or something like that too.
And it wasn't a play too that he fucked up on.
Yeah. Like, what are you fucking watching? Who do you think you are? Do you like you're one of the better offensive defensemen in the league, and typically offensive defensemen, and he's not like excluded, are fucking shit at defense.
Yeah.
And you're gonna bitch at the goalie for giving up a goal when you're being shit at defense. And then fucking Crosby scored too. Like, what do you expect? I just don't get it. And then he got punched in the face.
He gets punched, and then there's a whole reports too that that rookie on their team, Miller,
Yeah,
that he stole the first goal puck from him. I don't know.
Those were just rumors.
Was it?
The team, I think players on the team came out and said that he gave the puck to their equipment manager, and then it wasn't stolen. It was being sent out to be framed.
Oh, okay.
So that's it. That's just rumors.
I saw the report on that one. I never really saw a follow up on that, but there's that. Then there's like that stuff, and then he was huge with. I don't know if he was a QAnon guy but he was just.
I don't
know. He's far right with it, and all
that has nothing to do though with like.
Yeah, but he's
he's
had discipline with stuff like that too, like. In juniors, he's had discipline for racial stuff and all that kind of stuff. And it's just at what point you're making, and he just signed a good ticket. Like I think he's making
it's like 4.86 or
something like that. Yeah. Like at what point do you not just be like, I'm getting paid really good money to play hockey. Shut the fuck up and just play. Like
keep your opinions within your friend groups. I don't know, man. Like I don't know. If a lot of people have problems with your opinions, then there's probably something wrong. I don't know. If you think you're always right,
it's just the whole thing. It's not like it's the stick with sports thing. Like I know it's such a bad, people should be able to talk about what they want, but at the same time, though, you're a player, you're getting paid good money, and you're just gonna hurt yourself.
I don't know.
Stick with the sports.
I'm very indifferent about it. Like the stick with the sports thing, because like if it's like an injustice and you want to fight against it, like I understand. Like I wouldn't say stick to sports when like the playoffs had started up and then they all took the knee for Black Lives Matter movement. I think that was great. I just think like I don't know, like pick and choose a battle. Yeah, like if your battle's kind of fucking stupid and everybody's like, what the fuck is this guy on? I think maybe keep it to yourself. Like
yeah, right. That's okay too. Like I'm not saying like that's why I said it's like it's such a bad way to say that Sigma Sports, but it's like at the same time, it's like how else do you say that? Like
right,
you're making millions, you're making good money. Just shut up, and you won't have any of these issues if you just shut up and play.
The people that have come out to on like Twitter and shit that were just like he's getting disciplined for his political views. I'm like, the fuck are you? Have you been watching like? Just what he does. Like I don't get it.
That's like the smallest part. It's just the one thing that too, like when he started getting disciplined, I was like, oh shit, here we go. That's what's gonna come out as that political and all that. And it makes sense because he has been just like I said, he has been disciplined for it before when he was a junior player, but he's a shit teammate. He is not he's just a shit teammate going after your goalie and all that, and then seeing a couple days later after the Rangers beat.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Was it Shesterkin that was going down to the locker room and then he turns around and like pretend like he was about to get in a fight with Panarin or some shit?
Panarin jumped too. That's what was so funny.
Oh my god. It's like your own team is making fun of your fucking behavior. And it's like your GM has come out and been like, that's his last fucking game. They're actively trying to trade him.
Which I would be like, there's been reports that Calgary is doing their due diligence on him and kind of checking in on what they need to about him.
Yeah.
When I first heard he was going through waivers, I'm like, that's it. I don't think any team is gonna, for what he's making and for the down year he's having, plus all
the season just started.
Yeah, but like he's not putting up the numbers for what he signed, all the locker room issues that he has. Like, I mean, who would really take a chance on that?
Somebody that's trying to make the playoffs and needs an offensive defenseman that hopefully can bounce back and shut the fuck up, maybe.
But I don't know.
Hey man, if they want to just pay somebody to be on waivers and not on the taxi squad, really, I'm available. Just like everybody's favorite joke. Just if they want to pay me $4.86 million, I'll do the same thing if you want. Just hang out.
I can miss the net for $1 million.
Like not play defense either. It'll be cool. Maybe I'll get a few points. All I got to do is just get the puck out to Panarin and just there it is. Go with it, bud. I'm going to go change.
Here, we'll end with this. So who was your team of the month for January?
Oh shit. I don't even know. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, I just thought
you want to catch me unprepared like crazy.
I'm gonna go with Montreal.
Yeah, they've been killing it. Tyler Toffoli just so I love when people change like Wikipedia just because you can, and Tyler Toffoli's Wikipedia page is just the owner of the Canucks.
Like all of his goals but one were against Vancouver.
Yeah, it was like 7 of 8.
Yeah.
Or how many does he have now?
8.
Is it?
Yeah.
Jesus. It's pretty goddamn good. I don't know. I didn't really think about it. Like Toronto's doing really well. Montreal's like a great choice because before the season started, I thought they were going to be pretty goddamn good.
I didn't think they were going to be like fighting for that top spot.
The Hawks are fantastic. Gotta love them. I don't know. I'm not going to choose one. Because honestly, I would just choose the Hawks. I like the way that they're playing.
Fine. You pick the Hawks. That's fine.
They're showing up every game. Their power play is just the best. Gotta love it.
Who are you taking for Super Bowl?
The Bears. Within the next 5-17 years.
Not if they fucking make this Wentz trade that they're talking about.
Oh, really? Kansas City, I think, is going to win it. It's hard to go against Kansas City. Yeah, I got friends that are from there.
It's hard to go against Tom Brady. Like that dude.
He lost last year to Kansas City.
Yeah, but new team kind of taking over. He's like a kid again, rejuvenated. He got Gronk coming back. I don't know.
Got that summer sun kissing his skin all year. Yeah, he's full on vitamin D this time.
Oh God. But,
yeah.
All right. Well, this was a very unprepared episode, but like we said, we were so excited about the Hawks and everything going on, so we had to talk about them a little bit. We will be back next week, a little bit more prepared, a little bit more focus.
Yeah, maybe some news, maybe a little bit more dubs. Get some dubs this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
We'll see if Hughes puts up 4 or 2 today.
Yeah, how many goals is he gonna score? Real quick, let's see the preview of the week for the Hawks.
Got Dallas today. I think Tuesday.
Today, Dallas. Tomorrow or Tuesday, Dallas, and then Thursday, Saturday, they will have Columbus.
In Columbus.
At home.
Oh, were they just in Columbus or
I'm so Columbus confused. Is there again.
Oh, they're coming back. Yeah. They loved it so much.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they're coming back just in time for the fucking coldest day part of the year. So.
Perfect.
Yeah. So if you're in Chicago, stay warm. It's gonna be a cold one. Yeah. What do you want?
Yeah, man. Let's get these dubs.
That we're calling.
Oh, also Dallas has a really good power play. I forgot. It's gonna be 2 good power plays going against each other. Better not take any fucking penalties.
Bobby's out today for discipline reasons. So.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
So we got a good chance because Bishop's not back yet.
Oh. I almost picked up their goalie playing today, and I'm like, that's bad juju. Can't do it.
No. So, all right. Well,
what do you want to call it, Tanner?
I don't know. What is it?
122.
122. Working on the PP. I don't know.
I'm gonna call. How about we'll call this totally not prepared?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So for Tanner and myself, we'll catch you on the next one.
Absolutely. All right. See you later, guys. Love you, boys. Bye.